Hi, this is Francisco, and I'm here to explore more about algorithms, data structures, and programming problems together with you. So let's go. Hi, today we're going to be talking about the most basic and simple programming interview question that you might get out there. It's called FizzBuzz. Most of you, if you've done a programming interview, or if you have prepared yourself for a programming interview before, you probably have heard of FizzBuzz before. So a quick explanation of what the FizzBuzz problem is for those who are just trying to enter this world of programming and programming problems. So FizzBuzz was originally a game used to teach kids division in the UK schools. So basically the idea is kids go around saying the numbers unless they are divisible by 3 when they have to say fizz, or they say buzz when the number is divisible by 5. And in the case the number is divisible by both 3 and 5, they're going to be saying FizzBuzz. I'm going to be creating my Go file using Vim. So you can see here that I have the Vim Go package that already gives me a basic that gives me a basic file for working with Go. So let's start right away. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be implementing the FizzBuzz function. It's going to receive as an argument a number, which is an int. I'm going to close the parentheses here. So the basis of FizzBuzz is you print fizz if the number is divisible by 3. You print buzz if the number is divisible by 5. You're going to be printing FizzBuzz if the number is divisible by 3 and 5. And you're going to be printing the number if none of the above. You could just write if number. And here we're going to be using the modulo operator, which returns the rest of the division by a certain number. So if number divides by 3 and nothing is left, then I'm going to be printing fizz if number is divisible by 5. We're going to be printing buzz if the number is divisible by 3, it's going to print fizz. And if the number is divisible by 5, it's going to print buzz, which means that if a number is both divisible by 3 and 5, we're going to get FizzBuzz right away without actually having to test if the number is divisible by both at the same time. So in the end, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test if the number is not divisible by 3 and the number is not divisible by 5. Then what I do is I'm going to be printing the number itself. Okay, I think we've done pretty well right here. So let's see. Let's try, for example, a for loop here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do 0, 100 plus, and let's do this. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be calling FizzBuzz on I. You can see that Vim automatically reformatted my file. So let's try to run this right now. So run go, so go run FizzBuzz. You can see that we got everything like this with no spaces, so let's just fix this for a little while. So after we do this, we're gonna be printing a new line. This is just to make sure we get the numbers one by one in one line. So let's try to see how this looks. So go run FizzBuzz. In here we have the output of FizzBuzz. So let's go back. And so basically this is what FizzBuzz is supposed to do. But let's try to modify this a little bit so that we can actually pass the numbers that we want to test as an argument in the command line. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the arguments, and Go gives you a very easy way to capture those arguments. You just have to do, you're going to use the arguments array, the args array from the OS package. So after that, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be testing if the length of args is more than 2. So the first argument in args is going to be the name of the command executed to call the program running. So we need to have a second argument, which is going to be a number for us to use. So what we're going to be doing here is if len args is smaller than 2, we're going to be returning an error. And for that I'm going to be using the log package to just return a message and kill the application right away. This is an argument. You need to pass an integer argument. After this, we're going to remove the for loop. We're going to be looping on the number of arguments. So for kv, so let's say index, arg index, and number. In args, in the arguments, from the second one to the last, we're going to be doing is number, or my number n, we're going to be converting the argument, which is going to be coming from the command line, which means that we can really know what is the format of the argument. So what we're doing here is it's going to be coming as a string, so we're going to be converting that number to an integer, which is what we need to pass to our program, to our function, FizzBuzz function. You can see here that the a to I function, which converts a string to an integer, it returns two results. One is the actual number that converted and a possible error message. Now after we do this, we have to do a little error handling here. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be testing if error is not nil, meaning if there was no error, If there was an error, we're going to be again killing our application. So we're going to have an invalid argument error. The argument needs to be an integer at, we're going to be passing the arg index here. If there was no problem, add FizzBuzz here, and we could call it right away on the number. Ooh, sorry, I forgot to add the if here. So, for example, if I do this, and I do go run FizzBuzz 1, 2, 3, it's going to give me 1, 2 fizz. If I give you 1, 2, a in the end, it's going to give me an error at argument 3. This is pretty much what FizzBuzz is about. You could be doing a lot of different other things here. For example, you could try to read this from a file, the numbers, and go through them reading line by line. You could be getting input from the external input. You could change the FizzBuzz function here to receive an array of numbers, or you could have it receive use a variadic and say that you can pass a different number of parameters directly to the function. And this is it. This is FizzBuzz for us. I decided to keep it very, very simple, just so you understand what the problem is about and a simple solution. And we actually worked a little bit more to get the inputs from the arguments in the command line. So I hope you enjoyed this, and in the next videos we're going to be discussing different problems, data structures, and other related algorithms. So wait for more. Bye.